Welcome, East Irondequoit families, to the Spring 2022 Virtual Parent Meeting. This season, the East Irondequoit Athletic Department, in an attempt to reach more families, has developed a virtual parent meeting. The following presentation is designed to provide all families with the resources and information they will need for their athletes to have a fun, meaningful, and successful experience this spring. This virtual meeting will be supplemented with individual team meetings with your respective coaches. We hope that you find this information useful. Before we get started, please take a moment to review the meeting agenda for today's presentation. On a side note, if you need access to any of the links throughout this presentation, they'll be located in the comments section of our YouTube video, as well as in the quick links section of our website. I would like to take a moment to introduce the people who behind the scenes make your athletes' experience the best it can be. First is Jen Phillips. She is the Athletic Department's Administrative Assistant. Second is Mr. Jarrett Rhodes, the Head Athletic Trainer and our Assistant Athletic Director. These two are usually your first contact whenever you are reaching out to the Athletic Department. You can reach both of them by calling the Athletic Department directly at 339-1490.
Hi, my name is Jen Phillips. I am one of the members of the Sports Booster Club. The other members are Wendy McLaughlin, Rick Levere, and Tara Levere. We are part of the Sports Booster Club that raises money that is used to go directly back to the sports program and the kids. All the money that we raise from the Lancer Cafe and any fundraisers that we do goes directly back to the kids. How do the kids access the money? Well, when coaches or the athletic department do not have funds for items that the kids need in their budget, they come to us and we purchase those items for them. So this is a very rewarding club, but we need volunteers. We are a group of only 4 people, and it takes a lot more to run the cafe at some point. So please come volunteer and have fun with us. One great thing about volunteering is that you get free food when you work. So come join us.
My name is Jarrett Rhodes, and many of you know me as JR, and I'm winding down my 19th year as the head athletic trainer for the East Irondequoit Central School District. The link at the top of the page will take you to our athletics webpage, where you can see the many accomplishments that our sports medicine program have achieved over the years. What is an athletic trainer? Athletic trainers are highly qualified, multi-skilled healthcare professionals who render service or treatment under the direction of or in collaboration with a physician in accordance with their education, training, and the state's statutes, rules, and regulations. As a part of healthcare team, services provided by athletic trainers include primary care, injury and illness prevention, wellness promotion and education, emergent care, examination and clinical diagnosis, therapeutic intervention and rehabilitation of injuries and medical conditions. And that's quite a mouthful, but what it really boils down to is that I'm here to serve your student athletes for any injury or illness that may occur during the course of their participation in athletics. And now each day after school, I walk down the hall from the athletic department to the athletic training room, and I prepare our student athletes for the day's practices or games. As many of our students and coaches can attest, I seem to always be around. I never seem to go home. But generally speaking, I will be here for most activities until their completion. With regard to contests and games, I will be on site for the highest risk injury sport, and I'll work my way down from there. But I'll be on campus usually until everything has been completed. Now obviously I can't be on site for everything every time, but I'm always available to our coaches via cell phone and can get there quickly should the need arise. Now injuries definitely happen as part of athletic participation. Now what do we do? Well, I'd like the opportunity to see your student athlete first before we do anything else. There's obviously a multitude of injuries that can occur with athletic participation. Anywhere from a traumatic injury, where an athlete cannot get off the field or court on their own, to something that has maybe occurred over the course of time, or an overuse related injury, where they have some muscle soreness or joint pain. Either way, I'd like to take a look, get an idea of what we might have going on, and then we can discuss the appropriate treatment plan from there. Should we need to, over the years, I have made many connections in the Rochester area with regard to medical specialists, and I can help grease the wheels to get you in to be seen quickly after the injury has occurred. Additionally, we have a team orthopedic who covers our football games, as well as gives a close connection with our student athletes, where I can get them in within a day or two to be seen for any bone or joint injury that may occur. Now, generally speaking, with regard to injuries, my philosophy is something I've entitled active rest. When an athlete is injured, we want them to stay engaged with their team. We want them to stay active as possible without putting their injury at risk. But we also want to try and maintain their strength, flexibility, and cardiovascular endurance. So we'll carve out a plan for each injury incident to determine what is the best course of action to help achieve all of those things, so that once the injury has completely healed, they can step right back into gameplay and be ready to go. Finally, the link at the bottom of the slide takes you to our district webpage once again, where you can read about the New York State Concussion Management and Awareness Act. Additionally, I have put a multitude of links there for concussion information, and our district's concussion management protocol is available as well. If you have any questions with anything that I've talked about, anything else that you may be thinking, or your son or daughter has an injury you'd like me to discuss, please feel free to give our office a call at 339-1490. I look forward to working with all of your student athletes over the course of this season.
At East Irondequoit, we believe that participation in athletic programs can teach students valuable lessons in time management and help them develop into well-rounded individuals. We hope that the values our student athletes learn through participation in the Lancer sports programs, including teamwork, sportsmanship, leadership, and respect, will stay with them for a lifetime. Interscholastic athletics is comprised of 4 levels: Modified B, Modified A, Junior Varsity, and Varsity. As you can see, as your athlete progresses from one level to the next, competitiveness, playing time, and rules begin to change. Please keep these descriptions in mind as your son or daughter's athletic career evolves. The extracurricular handbook can be found on the athletic department's website or by clicking the link on this slide. In the next few slides, we will be discussing important sections of the handbook, but please take an opportunity to review the entire handbook with your athlete. This will help them better understand the East Irondequoit Central School District's expectations of a student athlete. Attached on this slide is the specific section from the handbook related to the academic eligibility policy. The overview of the policy is as follows. Approximately every 2 weeks, teachers are asked to report students who are failing. From that list, an eligibility report is run. A student who is failing 1 or more classes will have their name submitted for eligibility monitoring. There are 2 types of eligibility monitoring: probation and ineligible. The first time a student is placed on the list for a given course, he or she will be placed on academic probation. The student then has until the following reporting date to rectify his or her academic standing by making up overdue assignments and/or seeking the teacher for extra help and guidance on how to improve. If the student's efforts result in attaining a passing average, the student's name will not be submitted for a consecutive reporting period and therefore is removed from probation. An important note, when a student is on probation, he or she may participate in practices and games. A student becomes academically ineligible when he or she is reported for 2 consecutive periods for the same course or courses. When academically ineligible, a student may participate in practices for athletics and performance-based extracurricular activities, but may not participate in athletic games or competitions until they are passing and their name is removed from the ineligibility list the following reporting period. A teacher may, but is not required to, notify the athletic director at any time during a reporting period when a student achieves a passing grade, and they can be removed from the list. At this time, a student is eligible to participate in athletics again. In this section, you will find our substance abuse policy. Please note, students participating in an East Irondequoit District athletic or extracurricular program are not allowed to be in possession of or consume alcohol, illegal drugs, tobacco, tobacco products, vaping, or illegal performance-enhancing drugs, whether in or out of season, inside or outside of school events, from the time a student joins an athletic or extracurricular activity. Furthermore, the use of any banned substance during a student's high school career is cumulative. This means that further violations throughout his or her eligibility at Eastridge, whether during the same school year or following years, will occur. Students who violate alcohol, tobacco, vaping, or drug policies will also be subject to general school disciplinary penalties. Parent and coach communication. Communication between coaches and their athletes and athletes' parents should be ongoing throughout the season. I encourage both coaches and parents to make a positive and meaningful first connection with each other to build a healthy relationship for the season. If an issue arises during the season, it is important for parents and coaches to use these steps as a guide to a conclusion. Please follow our 24-hour rule if a situation arises. If you have an issue with something that may have transpired during a practice or a game, please wait 24 hours before approaching the coach. Many times, that time will settle the issue and avoid a heated situation. If after 24 hours, the issue is either not resolved or still bothering the athlete, please reach out to the coach for clarity. If after speaking to the coach, the issue is not resolved, please contact the athletic office for assistance. Spectators and parents, please recognize that your conduct at an East Irondequoit sporting event plays an important role in establishing the reputation of our district. Your positive actions can relate directly to the success of our teams. Please remember that an athletic contest is only a game. Let the coaches coach, the players play, and the officials officiate. Enjoy the fact that your athlete is having fun and learning valuable life lessons. Transportation for practices. Transportation for middle school athletes who participate on a high school team will be provided via a daily shuttle. Bus 338 departs from the middle school for the high school at dismissal. Additionally, there is a late bus that runs daily as well. Bus 393 arrives at the middle school at 5:15 and the high school at 5:30 to take athletes home who stay for practice. Athletes choosing to ride home with a parent after an away game must provide the coach with a permission to ride home form or email the athletic director 24 hours in advance of a contest. The form can be found on the athletic department website by the link on this slide or by emailing the athletic director directly. Athletic game and practice schedules can be found in one of 3 places. First, the Eastridge Athletic website. Second, the Section 5 game scheduling website, which also includes schedules of every school in Section 5. And finally, the Our School Today app. The first 2 websites can be found by clicking the links on this slide. The Our School Today app, which is probably the easiest and most convenient way to access both game and practice schedules, can be found by searching Activity Scheduler in the App Store. Look for the hat logo, which is on the right. The Notify Me feature within our school is an important resource for busy parents. By signing up, you will be able to receive text alerts about upcoming games, as well as any changes or cancellations to the practice or game schedules. You can customize it to the teams, levels, or sports you would like. It is very easy and simple to sign up. Just click the link on the slide and follow the simple directions. Coach's contact information. All athletic personnel can be contacted via email by clicking on the athletic department directory located in the Quick Links section of the athletic department website, or by clicking the link above. Twitter and Instagram. Help us spread the word. Follow Eastridge Athletics on Twitter and Instagram. On Twitter, we recently passed our 1,000th member mark and are looking for more followers. It's the best way to see what's currently happening within the athletic department, as well as finding links to our daily live stream events. Please follow us on Twitter at eridgelancers. And although we are new to the Instagram game, we will be using it a lot more frequently in the future. Follow us at Eastridge_athletics. Live streaming. We are continuing to expand our live streaming capabilities and are excited to announce that we will now be live streaming all events that take place in the high school and middle school gyms, as well as on the stadium turf. All games will be live streamed on Eastridge Lancer Athletics YouTube page. Subscribe to our YouTube page to catch all the live streaming action. The link below has easy access to our YouTube page. The Parent and Athlete End of the Season Survey was established this past fall and offers the opportunity for athletes and families to recap each athletic season. Survey submissions will be sent to the athletic department anonymously, and the data will be collected and shared with program head coaches and other district stakeholders. Absolutely no personal information will be collected or shared unless a formal request is made to the athletic department. We will be using this information to assist the department in providing professional development opportunities, identify specific areas requiring growth, and determine athletic department goals for the future. If your athlete played a winter sport and you have not completed the winter survey, please consider completing it by clicking the link on this slide. Thank you, families, for taking the time out of your busy schedules to view our virtual parent meeting. We hope that this new format provided you with a more convenient way to access important information for the upcoming season. If you have any questions, please reach out to the athletic department via any one of the emails below or by calling the athletic department directly at 339-1490. Go Lancers!